welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, hi, my name is Ness and I like to talk about books. Today I have the August Illumicrate box to open and I'm so excited because the book in here is one of my most anticipated releases of the entire year. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later on. I have just come off the back of filming my unboxing of the Fairy Loot Romantasy subscription for August, and that was an absolute 10 out of 10. And I'm kind of worried now for this book because I have something to compare this to and it might, I don't know. Illumicrate books don't usually live up to the editions from the Fairy Loot Romantasy subscription, so it's got some big competition, but it's not my final book box for this month, so this one still might be better than some that I have coming. I definitely have the adult Fairy Loot box coming. I also have the epic fantasy Fairy Loot box coming as well. Before we move on, I just want to say a big thank you to my 5 members who are watching this video early and ad-free. We've got Christy, Rebecca, Marissa, Melissa and Arya Garn, so thank you so much for helping keeping this channel going. This is a heavy box. I can't keep carrying this anymore. We're gonna get it open. It is my birthday month and I've had quite a few presents, so I'm in the mood for getting some really cool items. I'm in my trinket era at the moment. I literally bought a trinket tray for the first time. That it's heavy is giving me hope. I haven't looked at any of the information about the items in this because I knew I wanted the book anyway and that I was going to get this box regardless. So the theme this month is Kill This Love. I'm guessing the Illumicrate person had tickets for the Blackpink shows at Wembley when they were thinking about the name for this. We're not going to open this. We're going to try and guess the items and the fandoms as we go along. So the first box, oh, I think this is the very heavy one. Realm of the Immortals ceramic containers, set of 2, inspired by the Scorpion and the Night Blossom. Okay, there was no guessing with this one. They've done quite a lot of ceramic stuff lately. They did plates, I think last month or the month before. It's food safe and can be used with hot or cold liquids. I'm guessing it's like multiple use. Okay. This to me seems more like a vase. Or like, I don't know. They are really, really cool. They are massive. And you can tell straight away what book this is based off, in my opinion. But that is like, I don't think you would have this as a cup. It's so big. Yeah, to me this is more like a plant pot. Orchid pot, yes. I used to love having orchids when I was a teenager, but they never survived. I just can't keep them alive. I really do like them. I'm just not sure where I would use them and what I would put in them. They are not suitable for drinking at all. These are definitely like an orchid vase to me. Or you could store like stationery in them, but even that seems a little big and I just prefer to do it in book pots. So loads of uses for them. I'm just not quite sure that they're my thing. I like them, but I'm probably not going to keep them. If somebody could give me some tips on how to keep orchids alive, then I might. Okay, next item. Cloaked in Betrayal cushion cover inspired by Silver Cloak. I did just get this book for my birthday last week. It's pretty cool to see a local author get an item in a book box. Okay, so I don't particularly like the art at all on this. I wouldn't use it. My husband certainly would not let me display this anywhere. I don't know, I just think it's a bit strange to have art of like people kissing. Can you imagine like putting that on your couch and then your dad walking in and being like, what is this? Or having it on your bed? Is that even worse? Love the fandom pick, but I'm not a fan of the kissing art. Next item, this feels like a pin. Storybook setting, location magnet inspired by Quicksilver. I'm getting nothing to guess this month and I'm quite sad about that. Storybook setting, what do you mean? Oh, I'm so dumb. It means literally the location of the setting of Quicksilver. I'm really hoping that these don't become a set because I'm not a magnet person. I think it's really cute because like if you go on holiday, like if you go to Rome, you'll come back and you'll buy a Rome magnet, a souvenir magnet of the place that you've read and been to. I like that, I really do, but I am not a person who buys magnets. Magnets seem to be becoming a bit like of a trend on TikTok, but I really hate how hard it is to clean your kitchen. Again, I really like the concept, I really do, it's just not for me, and that's on me, not on Illumicrate. Nice idea. When you share a house with like 3 men who don't read and don't understand any of this, they would just be like, what are you doing? I think that's the problem with a lot of the Illumicrate homeware. They make the assumption that you live on your own and you have free reign of design choice. When you live with a man, that's quite hard. Okay, so the 4th item I actually am loving. I do love Celestial Deception acrylic stamp set Inspired by Heavenly Bodies. This is right up my street. It's been a couple of years now since we've had one of these. I think the last time we got a stamp set I lived at the flat, and that was over 2 years ago. And I remember getting it and saying in the footage that if they made this a series I would really love it. And then we've never had one since. So you get this like plastic square and then you stick the stamp on that you want to use. These are really, really nice stamps. Stamps can be really expensive if you're buying just like one or two, especially from Hobbycraft. So I always think that things like this in book boxes are really, really good. I would really appreciate some bookish ones as well. I'm quite disappointed that that's the only item that I think I'm going to get use out of. I keep thinking about the Quicksilver magnet and how the concept is really good. It's just not for me. I've never read Quicksilver. I don't own it either. I know that it's having like a bit of a thing at the moment, so let me know what you think of it if you've read it. I'm genuinely curious because it seems like one of those books that maybe where it's maybe a little bit overhyped on social media. Okay, now the most important part, the book. I haven't looked at it yet. If you're new here, I'm very short-sighted, so I actually can't see the things that are in the box. Okay, I've seen this book in Waterstones, I felt it, and it was a lot thicker than I was expecting, and that made me so excited. I actually saw this in Waterstones before its publication day. I love the original cover, so if it's not too much of a change, I would be happy with it. Oh my god. I love this so much. So it is really kind of like a slight change, but I love it. I think it's such an upgrade. So this is Voidwalker by S.A. McLean. Look at this girl. Look at how cool she is. Look at her outfit. She looks so damn good. The artist has done such a phenomenal job. The back is absolutely gorgeous. I didn't actually look at the back of this edition when I was in Waterstones, and I'm really sad. I don't know whether this is on the normal edition. I'm only now getting that her hair colour is inspired by the Northern Lights. Oh my god, I've just noticed. This must be from Illumicrate because look at him. I could not believe that this was an Illumicrate pick. I mean, I could because their debut novel last year was an Illumicrate pick. I think that was the August book last year as well. I love the edge. I will be displaying it this way instead of the other way. Oh god, I'm so excited to have this in my hands. Okay, let's have a look at the rest of the book. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Right, there's actually nothing on the underside, which is a bit of a shock. I mean, it's been a long time since I opened a special edition and there was nothing on the underside. But the hardcover is stunning. Oh my goodness. Look at her. Look at her stunningness. This is so cool. Absolutely so cool. On the spine, we have the title, kind of like the sleeve. And then on the back, we have, oh my god, look at this guy. Look at how cool he is. I feel like if this was fairy, they would have foiled these bits and this would have just tied that off really nice, but I'm not going to complain when it just looks so good. But it could have been a little bit better. Oh wait, is it foiled? If that is actually foiled, then that is the... I think it actually might be foiled, but it really doesn't look like it is. How can I not tell whether this is foiled or not? I don't think it is. I think it's just... That must be the lowest quality filing ever if it is. Look, we're moving on. It looks cool. We all know it looks cool. This is superb. Okay, so end papers. I'm taken aback. The art is different and I kind of wish they'd used the same art that they'd used for the cover. I love the setting though. I love the scenery. I'm a little bit taken aback by the character art. He looks a little bit like a potato when we compare it to like how snatched he is on this cover here. Like he's got a jaw, he's got some cheekbones, and now he's a bit round. I don't know, I understand why they use different artists for character art on one book, but I just wish they'd communicate like their ideas about what the characters look like to each other a bit, because they just look like two different people. Oh, can we talk about how stunning the back is though? Like the back, I prefer it so much more. Like right here, this half sleeve is done absolutely beautifully. That's very, very nice. Okay, so I'm just looking at the rest of this. This is a digitally signed book, which is kind of sad because the author was actually doing a pre-order thing where if you pre-ordered the book then you could get like a signed book plate and some other goodies off it. And when Illumicrate used to do book subscriptions, they used to be counted as pre-orders with the publisher and the author, so that if you did have your book come in Illumicrate, you would automatically get the pre-order goodies in the box. Obviously they've expanded so much since then that they've kind of done away with that, but that's really sad because I really wanted this signed by the author, and I didn't want to pre-order the book from elsewhere and get a normal edition just to get the book plate. I say, McLean, if you are watching this, please can I have one, because I really loved your first book so much. But it seemed so wasteful to have 2 copies. There is an inbound offer letter from the author in here. She's also kind of like an artist and illustrator herself, and in her debut novel, The Phoenix Keeper, she did do like an annotated chapter. I don't know if that's going to be the same in this one because I loved the annotated chapter. Oh, that is sad because The Phoenix Keeper was done so beautifully. I still have it on my shelves somewhere, and I read that over the autumn and rated it 5-star. I absolutely love The Phoenix Keeper. If you have that on your shelf still from your Illumicrate subscription, please bump that up your TBR. It is so cute. This one I'm expecting to not be as cute. The Phoenix Keeper wasn't like explicit in the way that I've heard this one is very explicit. The Phoenix Keeper was also sapphic. I'm having a look at the content warnings of this book and I am honestly shocked. I can't say half of these things because this video will get demonetized and my account will be banned. This is a chunky book coming in at just under 600 pages and it's massive for an Illumicrate book. I've actually realised that Illumicrate have been doing thicker and thicker books recently, like the Raven Scholar that we got in June. That was massive. That was the biggest book that I'd got in a subscription. And I'm certainly not complaining. You know what, I'm just so excited to read Voidwalker. After The Phoenix Keeper, I was like, I will buy anything that this author writes. And I'm so pleased that Illumicrate have picked her up for a second novel. I've just read what it says on the back and I am screaming. Appease the beasts and keep them fed, but never invite them into your bed. So I'm just checking to make sure that I'd covered everything, and apparently this has bonus content. I'm not quite sure where that is, and I don't want to root around the back too much because I don't want to get spoiled. Oh, Illumicrate bonus chapter. Okay, at the very end there's like an extra chapter which is pretty cool. So this summary of this it's very long and I don't know how to even where to start. Okay, we're gonna give it a go. So, would it be so bad to be devoured? Fee, the main character, has carved out a career as a cross-dimensional smuggler by sticking to simple rules. Keep your roots secret, always draw your energy sword first, and at all costs avoid the Dayari, the carnivorous immortals who've ruled for millennia. When she's hired to smuggle a bomb into the capital, instinct tells her that the risk isn't worth the pay, but the entreaty of a long-lost friend guilts her into accepting until the heist goes terribly wrong and Free is thrown at the feet of the Dayari Lord Antel as payment. I feel like it's telling us too much. This better not be like half of the book. Antal is a hunter, cold and cunning and furious at Fee for her part in the attack on his city. Her saving grace is a common enemy. He'll spare her if she helps him uncover who masterminded the scheme. To save her life, her family and the village she calls home, Fee must join Antal on a new hunt with far higher stakes than she'd ever faced before, bartering with neighbouring immortals who might offer her an alliance or tear their throats out in the snow. She's always known the danger of her trade and of the power she wielded since childhood, allowing her to see the secret doors between realities, to walk the void itself, but nothing could have prepared her for meeting Antal, for the deal she's been forced to make and what the deal might ignite, a revolution and a temptation for how sweet the monsters' fangs might feel. It told us so much. Like, did you just tell us the entire plot of the book without just giving us the ending? This sounds nothing like The Phoenix Keeper. So, this book, I'm pleased I have this edition. In my head I was thinking, would I rather have this art instead of just pre-ordering it from an independent bookshop and then getting the pre-order stuff and getting it signed? But I really love this art. The items I could have lived without this month. I don't think, for me personally, it was worth the extra, like, I think it's an extra £12, £10 to get the items over just getting the book only. I'm very disappointed in Illumicrate's choice to not have signed books, but I completely get it. And it is logistical reasons. Some authors just can't sign books. I totally get that. I have very sore psoriatic arthritis in my fingers. I would not be able to do that. but I feel like some authors would want to offer that. So is there an option for authors to be like, I love this edition, I want it to be signed, is what I don't understand. Fairyloot are still consistently working with authors who will sign them. It's mainly in the Romantasy subscription where we get the signed books, and sometimes we get digital signatures in the adult subscription, and that is absolutely fine. It makes sense for Illumicrate to take that blanket option of no signatures, no hand signatures on books. You're protecting authors who can't do that and ensuring that your book can still be in the subscription, because a lot of people's authors' dream will be to have their book in Illumicrate but will not have the ability to sign the books in the way they want in all of this quantity. It is really unfair to put that on authors, that expectation that yes, you're going to have your book in the subscription, but here you go, you must sign like tens of thousands of these book plates, and then getting them like all across the world and wherever the author lives. What if they live in Australia, you know, getting them back to the UK and the US. I get it, it does add a significant cost, but I'm still allowed to be disappointed by it. I would have loved this signed by S.A. McLean. I'm still going to continue with my Illumicrate subscription. That's not going to make me like get rid of it. I think for some people it will make them get rid of it because they got it for the option of having a signed book, but for me it's not a deal breaker. I'm still sad though. The book was great. I think Fairyloot might have done a bit of a better job on this, but the cover is absolutely stunning. The end papers are not my favourite part, which is really strange. I think this is my favourite part of the whole book. If it didn't come with this dust jacket on and it just come with the normal one, I would have been so disappointed. The items are okay. I think they are like value for money. I just don't like the design or the use of them, purely because of just like maybe my housing situation and what I like in home decor. I'm going to give the box a 5 out of 10, but the book itself is like an 8 out of 10. I would have liked the items to be more themed around the book itself. It has this stunning colour scheme. It's absolutely lovely in this like winter atmospheric setting. All the snow, the aurora borealis, demons, like that just didn't really come through with the rest of the items. I'm getting a Illumicrate next month because again, next month's book is it's another very good pick. I'm very excited, and I hope that the items are better themed around the book itself. Let me know what your thoughts are on Illumicrate at the moment. Let me know what your thoughts are on Voidwalker if you've read it. But if you've read all of this since the publication date, I'm I'm going to be very impressed. Thanks for watching. I'll see everyone in my next video. Bye guys.